Scorpio, something powerful is approaching, and your soul can feel it. June 22nd isn't just a date, it's a spiritual checkpoint, a moment your soul chose before you were even born. Right now, the universe is watching you closely, not to punish, but to see if you're finally ready to awaken. These aren't random days, this is a cosmic portal, one that only opens once every few decades, and Scorpio, you're standing at the edge of it. But with this portal comes 5 hidden warnings, warnings that are subtle, emotional, energetic. They come through people, patterns, and even your own thoughts. Ignore them, and you may unknowingly lock yourself into the same karmic loop until 2033. But if you face them, if you choose to rise, everything could change. This is not fear. This is your soul's final nudge. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to see what others deny, to feel what others avoid, and to transform pain into power. The truth is, most people aren't ready for this level of awakening, but if you're still listening, that means you are. Scorpio, are you ready to hear the 5 warnings the universe has kept hidden until now? The first warning isn't loud. It doesn't arrive in a storm or scream in your face. It arrives in silence, in a glance that lingers too long, in a conversation that feels just a little too forced, in energy that no longer feels safe. Scorpio, this is the silent betrayal. And the truth is, it doesn't come from your enemies. It comes from someone close, someone who claims to love you, but secretly fears what you're becoming. You've been evolving, healing, rising, and your soul has started to shine in ways it never has before. But not everyone can handle that kind of light, especially those who are still stuck in their own shadows. There is someone around you who feels threatened by your growth, and instead of celebrating you, they've started to compete. It might be subtle at first, a backhanded compliment, a sudden distance, or strange mood swings that don't match the moment. You'll notice they start showing up less, or showing up weird. They may smile to your face, while praying behind your back that you fail. Your intuition will buzz, not in fear, but in clarity. Your gut will whisper, something's off. Don't ignore that whisper, Scorpio. It's your soul protecting you. And here's what most people won't tell you. Betrayal is a sacred activation. The pain is real, but the truth it reveals is priceless. Every betrayal is proof you've outgrown something, a person, a circle, an old version of you. You're not being punished, you're being redirected. And Scorpio, you were never meant to be surrounded by people who dim your fire just to feel warm. This week, you may discover a truth you weren't ready for. A secret, a lie, a mask falling off. It will sting, but it will also set you free. Don't chase, don't confront, just observe and protect your peace. Some people don't deserve front row seats to your evolution. What they fear is your becoming. You see, when a Scorpio rises, old energies scatter, false friends crumble, and the universe clears space for higher alignment. This is not just betrayal, it's initiation. You're being tested to see, will you shrink to stay liked, or will you rise, even if it means standing alone for a moment? Spiritual truth. Sometimes your soul evolves faster than the people around you, and their spirit resists your light. That resistance isn't always violent. Sometimes it's polite, but energy doesn't lie. And this week, you're being asked to trust it more than ever. You don't owe everyone access to your heart. You owe yourself protection. Remember, a snake sheds its skin to grow. So if something or someone starts falling away, let it. That's not loss, that's alignment. You're not breaking apart, you're breaking through. The second warning, Scorpio, doesn't come from outside. It comes from the deepest corners of your own mind. June 20th to 22nd is not just a spiritual test. It's a mental battlefield. Regret may return. Old guilt may knock. and memories you thought you buried may begin to whisper again. You might feel confused, drained, emotional for no clear reason. That's not weakness. That's your soul trying to purge the weight you've carried for too long. But be warned, not every thought you think is real. Some are illusions, traps, echoes of old timelines trying to keep you stuck. Scorpio, your mind is powerful, it's sharp, precise, penetrating, ice. But this week, that power can become your prison. You might find yourself spiraling into old questions. What if I had done things differently? Why did they treat me that way? What's wrong with me? These thoughts are not seeking healing. They're seeking to distract you from your current power. And this is the mind trap, over-identifying with pain, instead of remembering your purpose. Your thoughts are not your identity. Your wounds are not your weakness. Sometimes the ego replays pain just to feel in control. But the soul is asking, are you ready to let this go? Scorpio, don't fight ghosts you already buried. Don't argue with a past version of you that no longer exists. You've done the work, you've grown, and the universe knows it. But now it's watching to see, can you walk forward without dragging the chains of yesterday? The danger this week isn't failure, it's internal distraction. You may miss divine signs because your mind is too busy rewinding the pain reel. This is the part of the journey where emotional discipline matters. Not denial, not spiritual bypassing, but conscious redirection. When the storm rises in your thoughts, breathe, ground yourself, close your eyes and return to your body. Feel the air, feel your heartbeat, feel your strength. Then ask yourself this: is this thought helping my future or haunting my past? If the answer is the past, thank it and release it. You are not here to relive every wound. You are here to alchemize them. You are not your trauma. You are the survivor of it. And most importantly, Scorpio, you don't need to explain your healing process to anyone. Some days the test is not what happens around you. It's how you respond to what's happening within you. This week, become the observer of your thoughts, not the prisoner of them. Let old mental loops dissolve. Let your inner critic rest. Let your inner warrior rise. You are not here to think small. You are here to feel deeply and rise consciously, and that starts in your mind. The third warning, Scorpio, is one you've felt in your heart 1,000 times before. It's about love, not just romantic love, but the illusions you've built around what love is supposed to feel like. You've been strong for so long. You've been alone through transformations most people wouldn't survive. And just when you start feeling whole again, something or someone comes back. A familiar name, a ghost from the past, a text, a dream, a memory that grips your chest like it never left. They may say they've changed. They may promise things will be different. But something deep inside you whispers, it still feels off. This is not a coincidence. This is a karmic loop trying to reattach itself. Scorpio, be careful. Not everything that returns is meant to be welcomed. Sometimes closure isn't a conversation, it's a decision. And this moment, this test, is asking you, will you fall for the familiar or rise into your higher alignment? You've always had intense connections, but not all intensity is love. Sometimes it's trauma. You've outgrown people who only loved the broken version of you. And now you're being asked to break free from the cycle that says, if it hurts, it must be real. That's a lie. Real love does not shrink your light. Real love doesn't require you to suffer to feel seen. Real love reflects your growth, not your wounds. And yes, the past will try to tempt you, not just through people, but through patterns. Maybe it's the urge to chase someone who's emotionally unavailable, or to silence your needs just to keep peace. These aren't just habits, they're karmic traps. And this week, they may show up one last time, disguised as love. The illusion will feel strong, but your higher self will feel stronger. You'll hear the voice, this is not love, this is a test. Here's the truth most don't want to admit. Sometimes we hold on to certain people not because they're right for us, but because they match the pain we haven't healed yet. That version of you, the one who settled, sacrificed, or stayed too long, deserves to be set free. Scorpio, your love is sacred, your energy is rare, and anyone who wants access to your heart must meet you at your new frequency, not pull you back into old shadows. So here's the test. Can you walk away from what feels familiar and say yes to what your soul truly deserves? Can you choose peace over chaos, depth over drama, alignment over attachment? Because when you do, you unlock the love you've always wanted, not because someone gave it to you, but because you finally gave it to yourself. Remember this, love that costs your peace is too expensive. You are not here to be half-loved. You are here to be honoured. And if that means walking alone for a while, walk with pride, because the one who truly sees you will never ask you to dim your flame just to fit in their shadow. The fourth warning, Scorpio, is about money, but it goes deeper than dollars. It's about how you value yourself. June 22nd will bring an energetic money shift, but not everyone will pass the test. Why? Because it's not about luck, it's about alignment. You may face an unexpected expense, something that shakes your sense of safety, or you may be offered a new opportunity, one that feels too big or too risky. And right there, in that moment of choice, your relationship with self-worth will be exposed. Money is energy, and your bank account often reflects your inner belief system. If you're constantly telling yourself, I'm not ready, I'm not good enough, I'll charge less so they'll say yes, the universe listens, and so does the world. If you underprice your gifts, the world will undervalue them. If you second-guess your voice, your abundance hesitates too. Scorpio, this week is not just about money. It's about breaking the scarcity loop that was passed down through generations. Your ancestors may have survived through struggle, but you are here to thrive through alignment. Don't be surprised if old money wounds rise this week. Fears of not having enough, shame around wanting more, guilt when charging what you're truly worth. These wounds aren't just emotional, they're energetic blocks, and the solstice portal is exposing them. Here's your spiritual assignment. Notice when you shrink. Notice when you say no to opportunities just because you feel unworthy. Ask yourself, am I making this decision from fear or from power? Because the truth is, wealth isn't about greed, it's about freedom. Freedom to rest, freedom to heal, freedom to walk away from toxic spaces and choose better. Scorpio, your gifts are not common. Your insight, your power, your ability to transform. It's rare, and rare things don't go on sale. This week, you're being asked to stand tall and claim your abundance frequency. You don't need to overwork. You don't need to beg. You don't need to hustle for your worth. You only need to remember who you are and price your energy accordingly. That means saying no to people who want your energy for free, charging in alignment with your transformation, not your fears, trusting that your success is not selfish, it's sacred, because the more aligned resources you receive, the more you can serve with power, not burnout. Remember, the vault may be closing, but if you believe you're worthy, the universe will hold it open for you. This is your moment. Ask yourself, where am I still playing small? Where do I still feel unsafe receiving more? What limiting belief am I ready to release forever? And when the opportunity comes, say yes, even if your voice shakes, even if your old story resists, because the new abundance timeline only opens to those who choose their worth. The fifth and final warning, Scorpio, is the most powerful, the most sacred, and the most personal. This is not a warning about the outside world. This is a message from your highest self. Right now, you are standing before a soul door, And June 22nd is the moment it cracks open. But here's the truth the cosmos won't sugarcoat. Not everyone walks through. This door leads to your highest timeline. But to pass through it, something must be left behind. It may be a toxic pattern, an old version of yourself, a relationship, a role, a false identity. The universe is asking, are you brave enough to let it die, so your soul can finally live? This week, you will feel it. The energetic tension, the pull between who you've been and who you're becoming. Your ego may resist, your emotions may try to bargain, but deep in your gut, you'll know. It's time. This is the rebirth, not the pretty kind, the kind that rips you open just enough to let your truth finally breathe. Scorpio, you were not born to live on repeat. You were born to redefine reality, to lead others through the dark by becoming the light. And now, your soul is knocking. What's waiting on the other side of this door? Peace, power, purpose. A version of you so whole, you won't recognize the person who used to doubt. But here's the key. The door doesn't open because you want it to. It opens when you become the version of you who's ready. You must shed what no longer fits. You must release the story of struggle and survival. You must say goodbye to the chapter that was never written for your future, only your past. And that's hard, because sometimes pain is familiar, sometimes healing feels lonely. But Scorpio, you didn't come here to stay comfortable. You came here to transform fate itself. This final soul test isn't about proving your worth, it's about remembering your worth was never lost. The portal is open, the door is waiting, but you must choose, collapse or ascend. Repeat the karmic cycle, or become the one who breaks it. Forever, you are not late, you are not broken, you are being summoned. And when you walk through this door, the universe will rearrange everything to meet you on the other side. This is the beginning of the life your soul remembers, and the end of the life your fear created. Scorpio, you were never meant to play it safe. You are the soul who chose the fire. Before you were even born, you are the shadow walker, the truth digger, the storm rider. These past few years, they weren't setbacks, they were initiations. You didn't just survive, you transformed. And now, as we stand on the edge of this cosmic cliff, you are being called to rise one final time. These 5 warnings, they're not punishments, they're activations, triggers designed to awaken your memory, signs meant to test your boundaries, moments crafted to push you into power. Scorpio, you're not breaking down, you're breaking through. You are not who you were last month, last year, last lifetime. You are the phoenix. And when the flames rise, you don't run. You burn away what no longer serves, and you rise again, brighter. The world tried to make you forget, but your soul remembers. It remembers the pain, the purpose, the power buried under the silence. And now, Scorpio, it's your turn to take flight. Let them doubt you. Let them underestimate you. Because when you rise this time, even fear will fear you. You are not too much. You are exactly what this world needs. So say it out loud. I am not here to play small. I am here to rise. Then take a deep breath and step through the fire. Because your destiny is not waiting. It's arriving. And this, right now, is your moment to claim it. Comment: I claim my Scorpio power. Like if this unlocked something inside you. Subscribe for more Scorpio soul prophecies. Share this with another Scorpio. The portal is calling them too.